Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is October 1st, 2024, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlight today, Apple stock is looking to make a comeback, almost at its all-time record highs. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So we start out today at 11 a.m. South African time out of the European Union. We have a CPI Flash Estimate. And at 4 p.m. South African time out of the United States, we have an ISM manufacturing PMI. And also, we have a Jolts job opening number. Now, looking at the markets, by and large, almost across the board, we were pretty much unchanged and consolidating for this Monday. And starting out the Forex symbols, the major pairs really unchanged. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ were unchanged. However, when we look at commodities, natural gas had a nice bounce back after that rally and then sell-off. Now looking at the stocks, Cisco inching higher to its yearly high. And lastly, look at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is unchanged as well. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we go first with the Euro USD. Okay, now this is what consolidating and unchanged means. This means that we've been in maybe a 10 to 15 to 20 pip range on the Euro USD. That's really very tough. Okay, if we look at a weekly chart, you can see it. It's just really very, very tight here. And the reason why it's so tight is because we're on this major threshold. We're not retracing, but we're not breaking out higher. So there's going to be an extreme move. The question is when and to which side, right? So those are your two questions for now. And we're there across the board. GBP USD, Australian dollar also consolidating here at its upper range, not doing much, but we want to see how this will play out. So just keep it in the back radar, at least for now. Now jumping into commodities. Natural gas sold off just a little bit to $2.73, but made a nice comeback to $2.88. Now, in terms of percentages, that's huge, okay? Not in terms of, 13 or 16 cents that it made a comeback with, but we're getting back to our highs here, and this was massive reaction to that major sell-off. Now, looking at crude oil, didn't do much also, and neither did gold, okay? Just really hovering here, initial sell-off, but really in its range. Now, we are still off of our all-time highs by 40 points. There was a little bit of a sell-off here, some taking money off the table, but this could still come back. Now jumping into the U.S. markets, also unchanged, and that Dow Jones at 42,634 on its highs, and so is the NASDAQ, and really unchanged. And the market is really waiting for corporate earnings, right? It's supposed to be coming this month, and so there's a lot more things to unfold here. However, let's take a look at Apple on a daily chart. Big comeback from 216 to 240 dollars, 232, excuse me, as that makes a comeback. Now our all-time record rise is 236, and we're only about 4 points away from it, so that's a big comeback. And Cisco also making a nice comeback to $53 a share, okay, as that has made a correctional move from last year to this year, okay, and hitting new yearly highs as this is making a comeback. Now the question is are the other stocks going to make a comeback like Intel? And the answer is not so fast, okay? They're different companies and they serve different purposes. And Intel, unfortunately, has gone through the backside as other companies like NVIDIA and AMD have taken the front load. So keep that in mind. Now looking at some of the other stocks, Facebook also back on its highs, so showing some strength. So we may see a breakout today. And if we do, it'll be stock specific. But the majors are really breaking out. They're really strong here, okay? But again, it's not across the board, because if you look at Microsoft, not back on its highs, okay? Still not back on its highs. So you're going to have to make a list of strong stocks, weak stocks, and trade accordingly. If the markets are going high, you want to buy the strong stocks. If you want to, the markets are selling lower, you want to short the weak stocks, okay? So keep that in mind as that is still unfolding. Now, lastly, Bitcoin. What are you doing here? Okay, completely petering out here at this 63,000. So it did retrace a little bit instead of unchanged. However, it's on supportish level, so we may see a bounce just yet. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.